This interview is for information only and should not be considered as investment advice or a recommendation to buy shares in the company featured. Welcome to this Stock Box interview. Joining us today is Malcolm Pally, the Executive Chairman and Co-founder of Coinsilium Group. Thank you very much for joining us, Malcolm. How are you doing?
I'm fine, Mark. Thank you for having me on.
Good. Well, I remembered what you said to us last time when we caught up, where you did make a prediction, rare for Malcolm Pally to make a prediction, but you said you did see Bitcoin over 100,000 before year end. Well, it's done it twice, I think. So well done on your prediction there. How are you feeling about that, first of all? I mean, I guess you were quite expecting it.
Well, I'm very happy because I'm holding Bitcoin. The company's holding Bitcoin, and it's nice to be right now and again. Because you're not always right. I don't see any prizes for that. I mean, I know that sounds a bit flippant, but the thing is that people in the industry really kind of, they would have been surprised. We would have been all surprised if it didn't do what it's done. It's kind of tracking around this level, but the fact is, it's making. The dips from 100 are not that great. I mean, it did get down to 94, 95 this week, and people are coming and buying it. It does indicate institutional big money that is kind of, doesn't want to chase the price up, so they manage it. And that's how they work. So we're quite confident. If you want to make another prediction, although I'm not sure if I'm going to get this right, because earlier this month we were talking about 120,000 before the end of the year. I'm not. I think it's possible, but we've only got. I mean, we've got about 17 days, 18 days. Remember, this trades 24/7, so we don't close down early and go to the pub on Christmas Eve. Well, we might, but certainly Bitcoin doesn't. So there is a likelihood, a possibility, should we say, of it hitting.
Okay.
Another. We could have a bumper new year, should we say? I'm talking about to the end of the year, yeah. So that could happen.
Okay.
That could happen. So if you want to say that's my prediction of 120,000, I'll go with that and just take a chance.
Okay. Good. Well, let's see. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, I'll buy you a drink next time I see you if it doesn't. Okay.
If it doesn't. All right, Malcolm. Yeah, deal. Okay, thank you. So on the price of Bitcoin then, and of course, Coinsilium share price, and it's really a play on crypto. How much of a driver is the price of Bitcoin when it comes to sort of Coinsilium's, both share price and of course sentiment, but also the work you're doing?
Sure. Well, we had our AGM yesterday. It's a very quick administrative process these days. We do presentations separately, but we put out a statement. I, as chairman, put out a statement which I wanted to sort of engage with our shareholders and the market to sort of just give them that reassurance that everything we planned, everything we said we were going to do is we're doing, and certainly the things we expected to happen are happening. So back to your question is that I think that I have mixed feelings about people saying we're a play on crypto, because as far as I can see, that's the backdrop. That's the avenue we chose in terms of actually the technology behind it, which is the blockchain technology, which is now kind of generally evolving into the terminology of Web3. And Bitcoin is the behemoth. It's the reserve currency of all cryptocurrencies. It's where all the crypto funds, all the big players keep their money, their wealth or their assets when they're not deploying them into other investments. So it's very important, that price drive. And as I said in my statement, Bitcoin has increased by 135% since the beginning of 2024. So when Bitcoin does well, everything else does well, because the other cryptos kind of catch up. Plus, importantly, coming back to the main thrust of your question, which was about how does it affect us? We have a revenue. Our revenue model is through our advisory services, and our advisory services are very cyclical. They really are geared towards helping projects, technology projects, which are building on blockchain and issuing tokens, which is very, very specific, kind of area. Those token sales can only really do well when there's a buoyant cryptocurrency market. So
Hmm.
we go through, very lean times where there's no one coming forward and saying we want to do a token sale, because they know that if they were going forward to do a token sale at a time when there's no customers for their tokens, what's the point? So everyone's, builds, sweats it out until you get to this particular time. And so our revenues have always kind of mirrored that cycle. And what we're really setting people up to expect from us is going into 2025, as I mentioned in the in my statement, is that we're looking at this coming year as the year to make hay while the sun shines, because it's literally what you need to do. If we don't manage to get our objective of actually taking on projects, providing the service which we've been we're doing well, and we have always done well. We've always been able to add value to these projects, and now more than ever, you saw no doubt with our announcements how many projects that we've announced we're advising. That's not the sum total of the projects we're advising, but those are the announceable ones. Sometimes we can't announce them. So we've got three particular projects which we've announced this year, which is Nexaid, which was LC Lite, Stabolut. Both of those have got imminent token sales happening, and a new one we've announced a week or so ago was called Tandem. So what happens is they do their token sale. That token sale gets they get that away. They get paid. They actually receive the funds that they're raising to build out their projects, and we get a fee for helping them do that work. So that whole area of advisory work, plus our partnership with Lite, which we announced in July this year, is driving more opportunities for us to actually work with projects to help them get to their token sale, and us, just the same way as an estate agent sells a property but doesn't get a penny until the property's sold. We don't get a penny until like meaningful money. We might get a few incidentals and sort of a retainer, but anything meaningful comes when the project does its token launch. And with that climate, it's all looking pretty good. So, and I think that's probably fed through to our share price as well, because you've probably seen it's quite a liquid market for Aquis, but in overall terms, compared to some of the major markets, it's not that liquid at all. But our share price has gone up from in the last 2 months from really not much over a penny to around 4p and even higher. So that gives an indication that there must be something happening.
Yeah, indeed. And of course, we spoke about this last time, didn't we? That's your win, effectively, is when the token sales happen. These tokens vest, as you say. I mean, you've said in the chairman's statement to stand by. You've actually put investors on notice that you're going to deliver a pretty comprehensive business update by end of year. Can you give us a flavour of what might be included in that?
Yeah, okay. And we're working on it at the moment, and we're making sure that we get all the information we need about the projects and the updates that are meaningful. So it will be focused on our investment and advisory portfolio, and probably some indications of what to expect for next year in overall terms. It's very difficult for us to give guidance in an area where this is a very kind of unpredictable space, and things happen all that catch us off guard. But I think the surprises that could happen next year are likely to be on the upside more than on the downside. But we will be, I think, we'll be giving a little bit more depth into what projects we're advising, have invested in, how they've done over the last year, and what to expect from them for the coming year. So I want to put some meat on the bone, so that people, when they look at our share price, they understand better where that trajectory is coming from. Because if you look at the performance of our share price, even since we've been listed, there's been peaks, and there've been spikes, and part of our, it's great when you're going up, it's not so great when you're coming back down the other side. So now we've got some maturity in the business, and we've got some scale. Our aim and what we're working to is make sure that if we do get spikes, and you can't avoid that when you've got this kind of we've only got 220 million shares out there or thereabouts. If there's more demand coming in than there's supply, the price does do what it did in 2021. I think it went up to nearly 36 pence. And in end of 2017, I think we were up to 20 pence. And so, you can't avoid that because that's the market. But what I want to make sure is that we build it when it falls back. It doesn't fall back to where we are. It falls back to levels that are significantly higher. So my job, and certainly, as I'm maturing as a director of the company, chairman and co-founder with a meaningful stake, I want to see this trajectory sort of build in and get our share price up so that I do what's good for me and what's good for all shareholders as well, is actually build something of value.
Good. Well, I look forward to going over that comprehensive update. Hopefully we can still have time to have a bit of a chat about that perhaps before.
Yeah, once it's out, we can catch up again and we can take you through all the
excellent,
all the project, what we hopefully will be reporting in that.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much, Malcolm, for that update
Pleasure.
today. Of course, Malcolm Polley, Executive Chairman, Co-founder of Coinsilium Group.
Okay. Thank you, Mark.
If you enjoyed this interview, then give us a thumbs up, a like or a retweet. Subscribe to us on YouTube or follow us on Twitter and hit that notification bell to be the first to know when we release new content. There's loads of great content on our website too, across all our programs at stopboxmedia.com. Thank you for watching.